I'm going to guess 2-2 just blindly. Oh, and we're off. Yeah, it looks like at least AWP is 2-2, but that's not so important now. We are getting started. We will witness space jump first, yet again, probably, from both of these runners for the time, whatever that actually is. Let us see if they get it first try. And let us see if they get anything good. And Pikapals gets it first try, and he doesn't pull a me and fall off. Nice. And AWP gets it first try as well. Hey, they got missiles. Best thing to get here. Because now they can check Talon, or Artifact Temple and the other place, Root Cave Tunnel. And now they probably won't have to backtrack depending on what's landing site, which is very important. So hopefully they'll find... Oh, space jump. All right. Yeah, that's relatively important. So yeah, that's really good. Hopefully they'll find Morph Ball here very quickly before they go to Chozo, but it's obviously not the end of the world if it's not. They can just get Morph Ball and book it out of town if they find it there. Space Jump is so good. I'm gonna laugh if Artifact Temple has Morph. Yeah, that would be the pretty good content. If that were the case. Alright, Pikapals, what you got for us? Alright, an E-Tank. Well, that's fine. Scarabs are far less scary with one more E-Tank. Will Pikapals read his artifact hints? Nope. Alright, so sometimes runners will opt to immediately read the hints. Some will wait till they have to make a riding decision and take the artifact hints to use the artifact hints to inform that decision. And some people like to wait till a door is loading, and sometimes I forget. Maybe AWP will read his hints. Okay, doesn't look like it. Fair enough. Pikapal's missing the dash there. Yeah, this has been a pretty nice early game so far. We've already located space jump boots. We have missiles. Just if they find Morph Ball here, it'll be a really good start. All right, it's the good content. Wow. All right, seed, very good. Well, this is going to be I feel like this is either going to be a very fast seed or it's all going to fall apart from here. Yeah, there's Link Force. There's not a lot of places Morph Ball can be since you really needed to get past like the first room of Chozo. Now, best content would have been if Morph Ball was an artifact temple and they didn't even have to make this small backtrack. I wonder if we'll see a frigate say vanilla phase on seed. Yeah, this is either going to be a very fast seed or a very bad seed. Yeah, I think we might see a frigate crash site play. Oh yeah, there we go. Pikapal's Op getting his Morph Ball, and Pikapal's going to make the landing site or the frigate crash site play, which is very reasonable at this point because it's pretty easy to get with space jump boots and a slope jump. You can actually get the item here with just a single slope jump, or you can just do the scan dash Pikapals is doing. Alright, 5 more missiles. Alright, whatever. They're good items like to be there a lot for some reason. I don't know why. Y'all commentators sure do like tempting fate. Hell yeah. I mean, heck yeah. Oh, whoops, don't ban me. But, yeah, we like the bad seeds are good content for us. Not so good for the racers, but they're pretty funny for us. At least until Bombs is in Workstation or Frigate. That's just bad content on both sides. Picking up his space jump boots. Yeah, I know, language. I did a boo-boo. And remembering to check Frigate. I've done a couple of casual races with him, and he said he's gotten burned on forgetting Frigate as well a couple times recently, and yeah, I can feel that because I have gotten burned on forgetting Frigate. What would be the Shade Seed equivalent of NPR? I don't understand the question. What is the context for Shade Seed? Ah, frick, I wasn't looking at Pikapals screen and I couldn't see what was going on. Okay, he's going to check Vanilla Morphball Shrine, and I couldn't see the first main plaza item in the cutscene. We'll get another look at it in a couple seconds. Good stuff early, massive hunt for 1 or 2 required items at the end. Yeah, that could still happen for sure. Power Bomb expansion, okay. Yeah, a lot of seeds tend to devolve into that when you're just looking for, like, phase-on suit. Yeah, so now Pikapals is done with Vanilla Morphball Shrine, and Vanilla Morphball Room doesn't have to come back here except for Tower of Light. Oh, Pikapals, he didn't even have to activate that. Oh, Pikapals, we have to listen to this. Pikapals, you could have jumped over it. Pikapals! Oh, Pikapals. Like 5 more missiles in the half plate, and up on vault ledges. I guess 5 more missiles? Resolution. Alright, I couldn't tell. That was probably just 5 missiles. That's the nice thing about Randomizer, or Metroid Prime Randomizer. If you couldn't tell what an item is, it was probably a missile. Greater than 50% chance of being a missile for any item. Oh, that looked like an item. Yeah, that's something. I can't tell what. Oh, I think that's supers. Jeez, yeah, missile power indeed. I know that comment was not in response to that, but here's the main power bombs anyways. Jeez, we're playing with power in this seed. Super their flamethrower. Yeah, can't rule out that it could be flamethrower. Because they're very similar colors. I know I've mistaken flamethrower for super missiles at some point. Hop getting his power bombs. Pikapal's not triggering. Wave. Jeez, this seed is loaded. So where are bombs? I hope they're not in Magmore. Flamethrower would be more important to get than Seepers, so I can't argue with that, for sure. I should note that P-Op is playing on emulator, which is why he has a lot of slowdown. Peter isn't quite beefy enough to handle Dolphin and streaming at the same time, unfortunately. Otherwise, though, he is a very good runner of this, I feel like. Just unfortunately hampered by his computer. Alright, 5 more missiles, of course. Oh yeah, I was saying about the item count in this game. So yeah, of the 100 item pickups in this game, 56 of them are missiles. In the vanilla game... Oh, this is something I Pikapals wants? Okay, it's a Buster of Waves. Fair enough. Oh my god, we're making a Tower of Light play already. Yeah, no, that's a really good time. This is the best time to do it. Buster Wolf. Oh, jeez. We could actually find bombs up here. Up getting main power bomb, so they don't have to worry about power bomb count ever again, basically. Power bomb management in this game really sucks if you have one power bomb. because there's not a lot of guaranteed drops of power bombs, and they're in really weird places like Watery Hall Access for some reason. Even though you're not supposed to have power bombs there for like another couple hours in the game. Oh yeah, you don't actually have to break the pillars here. You can just do this. You can also do a scan dash to get. Oh, good save. Wait, what? You can just walk around the back of the... Seriously? You can just... Alright. I learn something new every day. Here I am when I screw up the scan dash. I'm just jumping around this, and no, you can just go around the back. This game is busted. Dang. I'm like 2 thoughts away from where I want... 2 thoughts I need to finish. I don't remember either of them. Great. Oh, Pikapals. Oh, Pikapals. Ah, shame. Well, he can get this item now. Oh, you can do a slope jump on here. Underwater slope jumps are ridiculous. You get so much height without gravity suit. Like, I don't even know. You got item and for your crash site, I said you can get without space jump boots. Yeah, no. It's really tight, but you can do it, and it's so dumb. Alright, I guess I can finish the one thought about missiles and item count. So there are 56 missiles in this game. 50 of them are vanilla. 6 of them are added because we only play with 6 artifacts per the tournament rules. Because we find that strikes an ideal balance of still having artifacts, but not too many. And so the other 6 are automatically returned and replaced with missiles in the game world. Pikapal's still trying in Tower of Light. Let's just get preemptively disappointed for when he finds missiles. Alright, this is going a lot better now. He's jumping too early, I think. At least he can save it. This likes to jump down. I think you can jump around that from where Pikapals was, but I'm not sure. I think I've done it before. Pikapal might be mistiming the actual dash, holding down L button for long enough. Yeah, he's not getting enough velocity. There we go. All right, 5 missiles. Oh. All right, it was an E-tank, so that's actually better. Most runners want like 2 or 3 E-tanks, at least 2 or 3 E-tanks. Some runners, it depends on runner comfort, of course. Some are fine with 3, some are fine, or are only fine with like 7. I don't know what Pikapal's preference is. Oh, Op route divergence here. Op just going straight for Watery Hall access to get his charge beam. I wonder if he's not thinking of Power of Light, or he's just like, I don't want to deal with that. Better not be bombs and dynamo. I mean, it's fine if there are at this point. Oh, that's so boring. Okay, that's fair enough, actually. Yeah, bombs and dynamo is fairly boring. But hey, it's better than workstation. Oh, Ruin found item is a missile. Spoder Ball. Wow, that's a good place to find Spoder Ball. Wow, okay. That was really good. And there's a Various suit. Okay. That's unfortunate, because we still haven't found bombs. Spider in a spider room, yeah, no. That's like the single best place you can find, oh geez, ops slowdown. That's like one of the best places you can find spider, honestly, because the upper dynamo item is so out of the way when you have spider usually. So just being able to check it now is super good. Alright, what do we have here? 5 missiles. Good talk. Never have to come back here again. Probably the most stack a room can get in terms of items. I mean, you could just find, like, Phazon, Plasma Beam, or something. Oh, wait, but then you wouldn't be able to get the other item outside. Door cannot be opened without... No, this is the wrong room. I can't use that here. So Op is slightly ahead, but I think Pikapal is going to catch up almost solely because Op's slow down. Alright, we're checking this gathering hall item here, which of course can be opened with power bomb. The logic does expect you to be to use power bombs in place of bombs in a lot of the early game. So yeah, bombs pretty much have to be in Magmor at this point. I suppose there is some horrendous world where they can still be in Frigate, but it's unlikely. And Pikapals finishing up his dynamo. I hope one of them does the Magmor meme of opening that one save by using a missile on the wave door. We wouldn't see that for a while if we did see that at all, because that's in the other end of Magmor from Fendrana. That is such a satisfying bit of tech, though, when you see someone do it. Like you don't see it often because people don't often need to save there, but it's just so good when it happens. Just like, oh, perfection, chef's kiss. Mwah. And yeah, Op going through the front of Magmor, which is fine since they have main power bombs. It can really suck if you only have one power bomb because you need two bombs to get through. You need two bombs to get through the lava lake, but having main power bombs makes that at least bearable. Pikapals electing to keep his power bomb and just kind of leaving. Fair enough. Very good to see people continue not to trigger Hive Totem. I managed to accidentally use a scan dash or space jump to skip the Hive Totem fight, and then accidentally step back into it. I'm not happy when that happens. Very not happy. Oh, Pikapals went into Magma Pool. I didn't see what he did there. Dang. I guess he wanted to try and look on the other end of Magma Pool, but he immediately left. He just went the wrong way. Okay. I was thinking maybe he considered doing the scan dash, or maybe he thought he had grapple beam, and then he realized, nope, I don't feel like gambling on scan dash. Yeah, I probably thought he had grapple is all. I don't know, the dash is really risky if you haven't practiced it, honestly. It's precise. It's a lot better if you have gravity suit because there's a pillar you can stand on to get out of the lava. But if you miss the dash, you're probably gonna die. Alright, Lava Lake, what do you have for us? Is it disappointment? It is disappointment! Wow! So, Magma Pool is in Logic now. And Training Chamber. Access, not Training Chamber itself. They have to find Boost Ball. Oh no, if bombs are there, that would be, At least it's not Workstation. Oh wait, bombs can't be there, okay. Right, because you need, yeah, you need bombs to get into the item in Training Chamber. That's a soft lock if we don't have bombs. I can confirm. I still won that seed somehow. Alright, 5 missiles in Triclops Pit. Meanwhile, in Storage Cavern, past the pit, we will see. What do you have for a Storage Cavern? It's an E-Tank? Yeah, that's an E-Tank. Wow, they're going to be somewhere really stupid, I think. Alright, where can they go from here? They can look in upper, the Warrior Shrine Room. They cannot... I mean, I guess they can technically look at the item down there if you want to soft block, which I'm sure they don't. And then after that, but I'm very confident both runners know how to get the first item in Fiery Shores. Well, I guess the second item is the item under Warrior Shrine, technically, for Fiery Shores. But yeah. I guess they can also get to Workstation from here, but that would be hot garbage. Oh no. If they find Thermal, they are being pointed towards Workstation. Oh, right, this item. That was just an E-Tank. And Op is still gonna get it because, you know. Or not, I lied. He believes in himself. Pikapals does not and gets his third energy tank. Right, Pikapals made a Tower of Light check and that got him an extra Oh, Op only has one power bomb? Fair enough. Oh dang, so yeah, they can get into Upper Warrior Shrine and maybe Boost Ball is in Logic. Or will be in Logic with another check. / Magma Pool or Training Chamber access. Not. Yeah, this is something alright. And up. Is he going to do the climb? He is. So yeah, you can just climb around the geometry on this room. Oh yeah, runners are high-fiving each other. Bombs and Workstation, maybe. Yeah, it's looking more and more likely at this rate. Oh, poor Pikapals. He just kind of fell, and just 5 missiles in there. So yeah, bombs are in a stupid place. Oh man. Place your bets now. 1 for a Magma Pool or TCA, 2 for Workstation, 3 for Fligget, if you really believe in the seed being garbage. Missile acquired. Alright, we could also see a Root Cave play. It could also be a Root Cave, actually, because they only need 1 item to check that. Or 1 more item for that to be in Logic, rather. They need X-Ray for that. But they can still get it without X-Ray, of course. They also don't need Grapple Beam, strictly speaking. Oh yeah, Link Force. If they make some of these checks, they soft lock. I soft lock in the very first round of this tournament, actually, in a Lower Warrior Shrine, because I didn't have bombs. They were in Lava Lake, and yeah, it was pretty sad. Same thing with Transport Tunnel A. That's a soft block because you have to drop down. Oh yeah, this game, yeah, it has too much collision. I don't know who first coined that or started saying that. He's probably a jerk. But yeah, if it looks like you can jump on it or stand on it, you almost definitely can. If it doesn't look like you can stand on it, you might be able to anyways. You can stand on the Sheegoth and Fendrana. This game is weird and janky. Like, it's fine if you're playing it casually and aren't out to break it, but yeah, it's pretty loose out around the edges. Op taking a fall in this vertical room, unfortunately. Right, so I was saying about this room, the check you can make here. You can do this with just space jump. Yeah, Metroid Prime's 2 jank is a little different. It's more like completely broken as soon as you get out of bounds. Op getting another power bomb, which is good. Yeah, so you can do a scan dash off of the Gamer, I think. I think they're called Gamer. You do it off like one of the Gamers down below, and then you can just, these platforms still exist without X-ray, so you can just jump on them. Per the tournament rules, you are Oh, hey, our runners are on top of each other, literally. Not anymore. No superimposition of Samus's. Just 5 missiles. Fair enough. But yeah, those platforms still exist. You can just jump on them, of course. If you really believe in yourself. Ooh. Oh, I thought Op saved it. Okay, Op mostly saved it. I thought it was going to fall all the way down. But yeah, if you really believe in yourself, you can just YOLO or cave and just blind jump to the platforms. And if you don't believe in yourself, you can just shoot them anyways. Back to Chozo Ruins again. Yeah, this has been a real runaround for bombs. Bombs and magma pool. Yeah, let's hope, because this sea is gonna be really cursed if we don't find bombs there. This scene is still starting out pretty well, though. They have a lot of progression items. I see the runners are slowly accumulating enough missiles to Wave Buster Flagra. I can't dispute this. Op making the Tower of Light play now, but she's gonna be disappointed. Or maybe not. But yeah, if they don't find morph ball bombs here, it's not gonna be a good seed. Like, the seed is still started out pretty well with the amount of progression items they have, and we do know where supers are already. Man. There we go. Okay, it was magma pool. All right, this seed isn't the turbo cursed. It's just a little bit cursed. We don't know if the seed is turbo cursed yet. We still haven't found Phazon, of course. I would have bust out laughing if that was Phazon suit, but it wasn't. So search continues. 5 missiles in whatever that room is, training chamber. As far as I know, there isn't a way to get that in without boost ball. So if it was important, we would have been coming back for it. Now we're gonna see Pikapals go and opt to go get super missiles for sure. In a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I guess super missiles aren't terribly important. Oh no. You know what's in logic with supers and Spider Ball? We're gonna have on time wild, more like. No, I guess they can do early wild if they know the slope jump to get the item without fighting Flagra. Pikapals just opting to go into the middle of Chozo, get his incinerator drone out of the way, and check 3 or 4, maybe even 5 items back here. Crossway is about to be in logic too if they find boost ball, since we already know where supers are and that's successful. Op is going to go get his supers now, and that's fair. And there's another check you can make on the way in Ruined Gallery, I think. Like a quarter, no, not even. Too many rooms in Chozo Ruins are ruined something. It's almost like this place is abandoned and deserted. All right, Zoe time. RNG boss. We all love RNG bosses in this community. 4 phases. You shoot it in the weak point. You wait a bit. You shoot it in the weak point when it pops up, like Pikapals swagging on Zoid there, apparently just shooting it from the side. Okay. Hey, an Artie. That's the first one. Okay. Just a missile and did you pick up supers? Was that flamethrower in that room? Oh no. Okay, there we go. Op's back in this room. Alright. He's getting his supers. Oh yeah, that's definitely supers. Yeah, Zoid, RNG boss. Sorry, I got distracted. Pikapals, you're very swaggy. Yep, it was supers and not flamethrower. Good talk. So yeah, weak point pops up 4 times. but it's RNG and how long the weak link will pop up. 5 seconds, like there's a difference of 5 seconds between the best and worst times in the first phase. Then for each phase, phases 2 and 3, it's 10 seconds. And I think phase 4 is 15 seconds. I could be very wrong though. Another E-tank, fair enough. Let's see what Op gets here. 5 missiles. Okay. Disappointment. And it looks like Op is going for... Okay, he's just going around this way. Fair enough. A good Zoid fight is considered to be where, a refund, yeah. Super missile refund. A good Zoid fight is the music doesn't loop or just barely loops. Op really doesn't want to do a Tower of Light, and I don't blame him. Doing it, the scan dashes are kind of finicky, and doing it the intended way needs 36 missiles, which Op only has 28 right now. So, you know. Op giving us a slideshow view of Metroid Climb. No. At least the frames are fairly continuous. We can still measure his stream in frames per second. We've had a couple of racers whose streams can be more accurately described in seconds per frame. Oh man, we're seeing the Flogger play. Op is believing that there is something important on either Flogger or Wild, and I don't blame him. When the game hands you Spider Ball and supers early like that. But I don't know what it could be. I guess it could be a beam. Oh, Op needs his bombs marked on the tracker. 5 missiles on Pikapals' side, of course. Op doesn't have Wave Beam. Yes, he does. Oh, Wave Buster! Right, no, he doesn't. Stupid tracker. Fair enough. Yeah, the tracker can take a while to update on the stream. Don't know why. Pikapals checking shows the depths. Another artifact. Alright, and you can get that now with a slope jump on some geometry here. You can stand on a lot of the Spider Ball tracks in this game for some reason. This game has too much collision, as the saying goes. You actually don't even need Spider Ball, technically. Well, there is a way to do it without Spider Ball, and it's probably the worst trick I know of. Not the worst trick, one of. You can jump up some more collision, get up to the top and do a bomb jump into the slot, but it's so finicky and awful, and I just hope that nothing's there when I don't have Spider Ball, basically. Crossway is 5 missiles. Okay. Pikapal's gonna go activate the Ghost and the rest of Chozo. Life Giver was there in last night's race too. Oh, okay. Pikapal's going into all the Elders, which I don't know if I agree with this play. The only thing you really can do here, you pretty much have to hope there's Vanilla Ice at this point, because yeah, you can't even make any more checks back here, and this also turns on the Ghosts and the rest of Chozo, which can be kind of a pain. Oh, and off starting the cutscene boss. He's just... Oh, no, he's not... Alright, yeah. So since you're not supposed to have space jump... Oh, he misses? Well, he has 2 energy tanks to spare. So objectively, Pika appears to be ahead. Is Pika actually ahead? It's kind of hard to say right now. I think, Oh, neither runner knew the skip in the last night's race? Jeez. Oh, and they couldn't find power bombs. Wow, that was... Ooh. Oh, Pikapals believes in the HPJ. Whoa! Oh, he almost got it. Is Pika actually ahead? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a lot of things. I don't... Oh, we almost got it, too. Question, answer it. I don't really know. If he finds Ice Beam here, yeah, he's ahead, because Ice Beam is, or Wave Supers are. But I'm not really sure. So objectively speaking, Pikapals is ahead. Jeez, he keeps almost getting this HPJ. Alright, hopefully he'll get that soon. But on off screen, we're seeing the cutscene boss and the skip. we're doing on it. So you're not actually supposed to have space jump by now. It's like the 8th item in progression. You only have 5 progression items when you fight Flagra. So you can just jump over to the bomb slots and bomb them outside of the tunnel. Because they're not actually bomb slots, their damage trigger is weak to bomb type damage. So you just jump over there, lay a bomb, and presto, you've just dealt 1/4 of Flagra's HP. Oh, Pikapals, you keep almost getting it. Pikapals, are you playing on 1.2? Oh no, he can't be. He has Scan Dash. Alright, rip the cutscene boss. Have 5 missiles up. As is. No, that's not 5 missiles. Well, that's something. Scan Dash is added back in random, right? But there are other things for there's other things in 1.2 that can happen here. And he's just like, all right, I'm gonna go do the casual way. All right, op found. Oh, it was 5 missiles. Oh man. Yeah, Pika realizes I've wasted too much time. My physical copy is 1.2. Yeah, I have an original 1.0 release of Prime as well. So yeah. I think Op is slightly ahead, unless Pikapals finds exactly Ice Beam here. Because Pikapals can't actually do anything over here except leave the way he came. And Op is going to fight spooky, scary ghosties. Oh, you broke your copy of 1.0 by stepping on it? Jeez. That's not good. Alright, so Op and Ghosts. Ghosts suck. They are very bad content. Oh, nice. You got a $4 copy of 1.0. Nice. Ghosts actually take damage from super missiles, which I didn't know at first. So then it's just like super missile charge beam shot, and that kills the ghost dead on the spot. Oh wow, the ghosts are cooperating with Op here. Statues were not buttered today. Oh nice. I wasn't looking what the pals found. It was probably 5 missiles, of course. Yeah, thought so. I do think Pikapals is gonna make the same checks Op is going to make. Or oh, but Op hasn't checked Incinerator Drone yet, right? So Op still needs to do that. Yeah, we're just gonna say they're tied. We'll just take the cop answer saying they're about the same place. But Pikapals can use Wave Buster, but it's not Flamethrower, so what's the point? Oh, this last ghost is giving Op trouble. The first 2 ghosts just stood right next to him and ate Super Missile, but now, where is this ghost? Oh, there it is. Oh no, it's gonna get away. Okay, it didn't. In this randomizer, are boss locations more likely to have key items, or can they be anywhere? Not especially. No, they the logic does place restrictions on items, and wow. Okay. We found our artifact. Oh, we're getting our artifact in, so we'll get it back to your question, Sir Nico. Because we have artifacts to note. Got Research Core, Furnace, Burn Dome, which is Zoid, Research Lab Aether, Artifact Acquired, and Ruined Courtyard. Zawardo! Yeah, okay, these are some really good artifacts, actually. Nothing in mines. But we don't know where Phazon is, which is, basically artifact number 7. Yeah, this has been a really good seed, except for the slightly trolly bombs. The only thing that could go wrong is a really bad Phazon suit. Alright, so anyway, Sir Nico's question about boss locations having items. So there are, the logic does place restriction on where items can be, but a boss item is no more likely than any other item, accounting for logic. I do think Flogger is the most likely to have an item, just because at that point, when you fight are supposed to fight Flogger, quote unquote, there aren't too many checks open unless the seed is really good. Flogger does definitely locks one item, can lock a second if you're extremely unlucky, which is exactly Space Jump Boots and Rune Fountain, because you can do a skip in a Rune Fountain with Space Jump Boots to get that item without fighting Flogger. And you also need Spider Ball still. But yeah. And then if you don't know the slope jump to get early wild, you have to Flogger to spawn the flower. Because that flower doesn't exist until you do the scripted event here, do the boss fight basically. So yeah, Flogger could lock 3 items, and Omega Pirate is kind of similar. And Omega Pirate just outright locks 2, one on the Omega Pirate himself, and one in Phazon's or Processing Center access, which you can't get to without fighting Omega Pirate. And Thardus is the worst boss in the game because he locks only 1 item. It's sort of kind of more likely for the boss location to have things, because many bosses require specific items or lock specific locations, and the logic likes to chain progressions. But it's emergent rather than heightened odds because it's a boss. Yeah, that's probably the best way to explain it. Rip the flower. It is the very dead. Pikapals is going to get his 5 missiles, and hopefully he'll check Ghost because he should know that Super Missiles is in play. Or maybe he'll check his artifact hints soon, who knows. Or maybe he'll just fight Ghost anyways without Super Missiles, which would be a bit unfortunate. Because Ghosts really suck without X-Ray Visor or Super. Go places and you can't track them easily. Oh no, we're getting the bad content here. Oh yeah, Pikapals should... So long as Pikapals is aware that they exist, he should remember them. Otherwise he's gonna have a bad time, as it were. As they are wont to say in some circles of the internet, you're going to have a bad time. So up, Ghosts are always bad content. Yeah, they are less bad content when you have Supers and or X-Ray Visor. Hopefully Op knows the trick to get the Upper Furnace item early without Boost Ball, or with just Space Jump and Spider, rather. Because we don't know where Boost Ball is yet. There are a lot of places it could be. Oh yeah, so that's another thing with Ghosts. That lock-on point, like, you saw how Pikapals just completely missed even though he's locked on? Because the point you lock onto on the Ghost is super dumb. You don't lock onto, like, the main body of the Ghost, you lock onto, like, their beak for some reason. So they can juke you pretty easily if you fire at the wrong time. Jumping up, like what Pikapals is doing, helps. Oh, he's got a stun lock on the Ghost. Alright, 2 Ghosts down, I think. But yeah, one of the many, many reasons why we don't like the Ghosts. Missile acquired. And there's Pikapal's third artifact here. All right, it looks like Op does know this skip here. Yes. Yeah, he knows that he's going for it. He might also check crossway, but I don't, and that's fair enough. But I don't think he'll check. Oh, we have a new person here. We have a new person here. You should introduce yourself, new person.
Hey.
Ah, there we go. Hey, who you?
This is Mighty Caesar. I was supposed to be commentating, but I had it myself. I had it on the wrong time in my calendar. So sorry I'm late, everyone, but I'm here now.
Well, now we have two commentators, and now I don't have to try to carry this whole thing alone.
All right. So.
So to get you up to speed, the seed's been pretty nice so far. The artifacts are in really good locations. We have 3 each, I think. Yeah, we do have 3 each. The tracker hasn't updated yet on the stream, I think. We have Spider, Supers, Grapple, Power Bombs, and Wave. Well, Pikapals is getting Supers now, but point stands. Bombs are in a kind of trolly place. They were in a magma pool. But that's the worst thing that's happened so far. Runners are about in the same place.
It's terrible if you have power bombs.
Oh no! Oh yeah, we have located main power bombs. They were in ruined gallery.
Oh, nice.
On the way to Hive Totem. So yeah, this has been very kind.
So if I'm reading this right, it seems like both of our runners are pretty evenly paced right now.
Yeah, I do think Pikapals is very slightly ahead since he's closer to relevant elevators.
Yeah.
But that's really it.
And
also the
frame rate advantage he has over Op.
What?
And also due to the frame rate.
Yeah, that's the really important thing. I do think Op would be winning if he were had like a normal frame rate, quote unquote, but yeah, unfortunately, that's I just feel bad when that happens to a runner where I feel like they should be winning, but it's just technology is not there for them.
Yeah, but I have, as so both of us know, even with his less than stellar dolphin performance.
He's still a very good runner.
That's pretty compatible, or pretty competitive. Even if
that's the thing. Like he's still a very good runner, in spite of his emulator problems.
Yeah, so
that makes me feel even worse
in this race.
Yeah, there was a while he was kind of ahead, I think, just based on some routing decisions he made. Nop is finally making that Tower of Lake check.
And it looks like Pikapals is going to be.
Yeah, and he already went through Magmore from the front to look for bombs. So they've already checked all those items.
So he's probably heading to Pendrana then?
Yeah, he would want to check, I guess, lower Warrior Shrine, which is not out of the way at all.
Where Vanilla Ice Splitter is? Or was that?
No, the room below Warrior Shrine you need to power bomb to get into, and then like that was short tunnel Pikapals just went through, and Warrior Shrine is it's Fiery Shores number 2 technically. Op using the cutscene to peek what the item is at the top end. He will be glad he did because yeah, Shore Tunnel was an E-tank. But I think Pikapals got, but not Op, because Op was running low on power bombs, and I think he wanted to save it for Magma Pool.
the Tower of Light dashes are definitely not the best choice to go for if you aren't consistent with them.
Yeah, they're punishing. Like most vertical rooms in this game, they are punishing if you fall.
Yeah.
And Pikapals was struggling with them for a bit.
At best, if you do it almost perfectly, well, if you do it well, it's about a second or two slower than viewing the cutscene. To just
So that's only if the
there.
item is something you don't want. If you peek the cutscene, you're like, I don't want this.
Oh yeah, if you eat the cutscene and you want it, then that's almost.
Yeah, then obviously just doing the dashes faster.
Which is why, if you can do the dashes, most people do go for them.
Yeah. Another E-Tank. Well, they're not going to die in Essence, probably.
Which is a good thing. Nobody likes seeing a run be decided by
the final boot.
Dying in Essence.
Oh, but that was... Oh, man. Finally, we should say that because Op has a story about that. Granted, he had already lost that race, but Essence took down Op with him, and it was funny, but also really sad. I clipped this.
Yes, what happened was that he was firing his last shot into Essence, and Essence roared simultaneously. So Essence hit off and then started the death animation right in that little span of time between when you take your fatal damage and actually blackout.
Yeah, it was extremely unfortunate. Pikapals checking Vanilla Wave.
Which is usually a terrible idea if you have Wave Beam, so you can get out.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's,
because that's a soft block if you don't.
It's preferable if you have Plasma Beam and are able to check animations up here.
Yeah. So all beam rooms. I'm sorry, third try is a charm. But yeah, all beam rooms are soft blocks if you don't have the corresponding beam to get out of there, because you can get in with not the beam that you find in there, but then you can't get out with the beam you're supposed to find in there.
It's definitely something you have to be careful about, because if you've been searching for an item and go into a vanilla and check a vanilla beam room, but you don't have the beam, but it has that item you've been looking for, it can be easy to forget that you can't get out of there.
And then there was this one time where I found a beam in the vanilla wave beam room, and I didn't have wave or ice, but I couldn't tell which one it was from the distance and because of the resolution. So I walked in and it was ice, and I quit that seed on the spot.
That's unfortunate.
Anyways, yeah, this seed. Another E-Tank, geez. So ordinarily, I don't. If I just get to Vendrana without plasma, and I can make a couple other checks. Alright, that item in upper shorelines is in logic, and I didn't see what it was, but it was probably 5 missiles. So if I can make other checks without checking Chozo Ice Temple, I will. So I can hopefully find plasma before checking the vanilla wave room.
Yeah.
And the off chance I find plasma, and sometimes it works out. There's gravity.
And if you're having to risk, and if you're thinking you might have to leave the normal Vendrana entrance, checking Chozo Ice Temple as your last thing. There's Plasma Beam.
Oh man, see, this is why I like to check these other rooms beforehand. Oh my god. Well then. Yeah, well then. That's a pretty good answer. No backtracking here necessary.
And I'm sure Pikapals is happy about that, because it means that he is able to clear out everything in near Vendrana pretty much. Kind of surprised he isn't going for Chozo Ice Temple right now, just to get that out of the way, because that could have, like, if it has thermal, then the siege probably pointing him towards Stardust.
It could be, but I still wouldn't fight Thardus even if I got everything to fight Thardus or to put Thardus in logic. Like, it has to be in the way or something, basically.
Fair enough. I
Boost
personally
ball.
don't mind fighting Thardus too much.
I mean, I don't
because
either.
I've practiced him
I
enough,
just don't like
but
Thardus. Alright, I couldn't tell what that was. Oh, it was another E-Tank, jeez.
well, the runners will not be short E-tanks if they want them.
Yep. Wait, Op is... Oh, Op is in the back of Findrona already, okay.
I decided to go this way. And unless
I'm
Thardus
sorry,
has
Op,
like Ice Beam, it's really not going to pay off for him that much.
yeah. Oh, and he couldn't
just
get the
my
luck.
missile.
Dang. Sorry, your Trixie play was incorrect because you're actually just supposed to do the,
But it looks like he is going to go
thing.
for that Thardus fight.
Fair enough.
And Pikapals gets an Ice Spreader. That will be pretty helpful during the Exo fight.
Yeah.
Because it's the
Yeah,
easiest way
like...
to skip phases.
Yep. And this is the point where I would fight Thardus if I did make this routing decision and I couldn't go through labs. Just Thardus, like, this is still faster than, oh, fourth artifact, alright. Yeah, this is still faster than going around the long way, and you actually get to make a check here that probably. Artist doing the Thardus skip, yeah. Not quite as good as bar skip, but, you know, close second, I'd say.
Is bar skip just reverse bars?
No, it's just doing the bars the intended way. You just get in the boost ball panel and boost it open.
Yeah.
So you're skipping bar skip.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to do that. It sounds too complicated.
It is a really hard strat. I don't blame you for not understanding. Only the most elite of gamers get it. I guess I am insulting you, actually, with that.
I'm not insulted. I'm terrible at the game.
I like to think I'm good, but I'm not. I'm not good enough to do bar skip. I just have to settle for regular bar skip. I guess we should talk a bit about the Thardus tech. So, you're supposed to have thermal for this fight already. Op doesn't, but it's still fine because thermal, you're supposed to use it to see the vulnerable rock. But when Thardus rolls up and starts rolling around, you need to slay 3 bombs, and that'll reveal the weak points instantly. And then he can lock onto them.
He also always has the same weak spots in the same order.
Yeah, it's in the same order.
So you can also just memorize that if you want to be able to get shots in earlier.
Right.
There's also 2 times in which power bombs are useful for the Thardus fight.
Right.
The first is at the very beginning, and the last one is
at the end.
When he finishes roaring after making the fog go away, and lightning will start coming down, and you just lay a power bomb at that moment, and it will end the fight.
Yep. So yeah, Thardus isn't too bad, honestly. It's just I don't like Thardus. He's just a big tantrum rock. Just throws a hissy fit constantly.
He's slow, and if you can't get many snipes on him, it can just be really frustrating.
Yeah. Pikapals doing an observatory dash here to skip scanning something and activating the boost ball panels, and scanning some things also.
Though without boost ball, any checks in labs past here are not in logic.
No, they are. He can get around from the back, so they are still in logic.
Only if you have Ice Beam, and he doesn't have that either.
Oh yeah. Never mind. What if Ice Beam is in all of the Elder Chamber, rather? Oh, that would be sad. Alright, there's missiles.
Our good old 5 missiles.
Yep.
And Off is about to finish his Thardus fight.
Yep. Pikapals still wants to finish
that power bomb just as lightning comes down.
Yep, and there we go.
And
Rip
let's see the well-earned 5 nipples, yes. From Thardus.
Alright, we're just going to ignore that. The last artifact is actually in research core, so Pikapals is done. He's just looking for Ice Beam and Phazon Suit, and he's in go mode.
Well, he needs 2 artifacts.
No, they're both in here. Research core and
Oh,
research lab aether.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were saying that it wasn't in research lab aether.
And boost, hopefully boost for Ridley, yeah. Having to do Ridley the intended way is bad content.
Having to do Ridley is bad content.
Yep. Every boss in this game, it just takes too long, in my opinion, except for Parasite Queen. The one boss we don't ever fight in randomizers because it's frigate is nothing in a randomizer. Pika hasn't gotten it yet. He is on his way.
Let's hope that Off goes for the checks in near Phendrana.
Yeah, he will. There's nowhere else for him to go from here, basically. Or if he decides to go into the labs right now. I see. Oh, hang on. We have an important cutscene here. Oh, whoa. What's this?
It's a flood.
Oh no. How is Doom Guy gonna get out of this one?
With the help of Navi.
I like this copy pasta we have here, just inserting ridiculous franchises here, but you gotta find something other than Halo.
Getting his artifact of spirit.
Yep. Artifact number 4. 5 missiles on the other spot in Aether.
Pikapal's not going for quite the right standable spot to pick up that artifact.
I think he just missed. It's a bit finicky. Well, there he just... Yeah, see, there we go.
Yeah.
I thought he was just gonna fall down and get shot. Ice couldn't be here because Ice cannot be on OP because you need Ice to get down to labs from any entrance. And there's just a bunch of ice doors in the way anyways. Ice and gravity chamber can't be there because you need Ice to get there from any direction. I think it's actually Hall of the Elders, honestly, or Elder Chamber, I suppose.
I'm voting for the good old Ice Beam being your go mode.
Oh, jeez. Just do a wall crawl to get there. There is Chozo Ice Temple where Pikapals did not backtrack for. Oh, man. If Op finds Ice there, Pikapals is gonna be in a bad spot.
Yeah, but Off is
yeah. Also, Pika
Labs.
just has to leave Labs Vanilla way because he doesn't have Ice to get out the back door. Use thermal visor to protect enemies in dark areas. Yeah, nice thermal visor you have there. Press down to switch to thermal visor you don't have.
What do you mean? You can see the thermal visor in Metroid's hand.
I believe Pikapals is hacking. He actually hit that wave panel on the first try. That's not possible. I'm calling shenanigans.
Vanilla what?
Vanilla thermal visor, of course. Because he got thermal visor in research core, remember?
Oh yeah, you're right.
And trying to think of where Ice could be because there aren't a lot of checks anymore without Ice. They could find X-ray and Arbor Chamber would be in logic. There's Hall of the Elders, of course. Chozo Ice Temple. I think that's really it.
So normally, if you were leaving,
Pikapals, the trigger doesn't exist anymore. You can just leave.
Yeah, the trigger would be there, but when you get the item in Research Core, you no longer have to check that. You never,
Right.
you no longer have to worry about it because
The layer changes for control tower is tied to research core, and the layer change is just what the actual contents of the room, like what enemies are there, any triggers. Yeah. Picking up the item in research core triggers their layer change across the entirety of labs. You know what triggering the fight control tower also does a layer change for? That triggering the fight in control tower is a layer change for Magmor Monster Station. That room in the center of Magmor with all those turrets and the big building in the center of the room with the first entrance to Fendrana. You would think that layer change would also be on Research Core, but it isn't. It's in Control Tower. It's really dumb.
Yep. And that's pretty much the real reason you want to not trigger that fight, because nobody likes having flying pirates there.
No one likes having flying pirates. No one likes flying pirates. Oh, Op is going through labs as well, actually.
Yeah, we noticed that earlier.
I didn't. I think I forgot. Okay. This is about on brand for me. And there we go. Op gets a scan dash. And this is fair enough since it would still be faster if he had ice beam to backtrack out, like through that back door still. Because he wouldn't have to fight Thardus and something like that. Pikapals is going to check Chozo Ice Temple. A visor would be nice at some point. For Essence, if nothing else. We have a theory. If you have another runner of this game has a theory about the flying pirates, they're actually just scarabs shaped into a flying pirate. So yeah, they're actually just the worst, even more so than scarabs. All right, what's in Chozo Ice Temple?
That ice beam.
Rip.
Lost a lot of time having to go back for that.
Oh my god, yeah, so not only did he not check around Ice Runes East immediately and get ice, or plasma, but because he did it the other way around, like, he also skipped on checking this item when he got plasma, so he just backtracked through labs for nothing.
Yep.
The Temple of Ice has the Beam of Ice. Yep. So yeah, now we're just looking for Phazon. Well, yeah, who knows where that is? It could be anywhere. Except for Phazon Mining Tunnel, of course. I thought someone just screamed bloody murder. Yeah. Sorry. Hopefully boost comes before Phazon, yeah.
Yeah, Fendrana's been loaded in several of the recent tournament seeds.
Yeah. Alright. Why Pikapals doing this? How did he get up here the first time? Didn't he do the Sheegoth jump? Nah, whatever. Oh, layer change, isn't it? Oh, there's another slope jump you can do right behind the door. But it's a bit finicky.
It can be a little bit finicky.
Yeah. You're right, I forgot about the layer chain in this run because I don't like picking up the admin research core unless I have to, for some reason.
If I was Pikapals, I would actually choose to fight Thardus at this point because it's going through labs.
It would be faster, actually, and you would actually get to make 2 checks on the way for both Thardus and Quarantine Monitor. We already know they're nothing, but it would just be correct at this point to make the checks. This is an awkward route. Yeah, it really is. This, like, that exact reason what happened to Pikapals is why I like to check Ice Runes West first before going to Chozo Ice Temple, and even perhaps going all the way around to a canyon, just in case Plasma is there and I can check Chozo Ice Temple in addition to the vanilla waiver. Tantrum Rock, go! Oh, Op is... Okay, there's Op. He's back. He's paused for a moment. And that's what we were talking about with the power bomb at the beginning of the fight. We've already broken 2 of the rocks and almost done with phase 1. Come on, hit that snipe. Oh, you got 1 snipe. Op has his 5th artifact. Phazon and Hall of the Elders would be the ultimate troll for Pika. It really would be. Pikapals contemplating life as Tardis throws a tantrum. I apologize for that slight slip of the tongue. I bet Boost Ball will be in Far Pendrana and Phazon will be in mine somewhere. Yeah. Ah, man. Someone mentioned the quote Shade Seed earlier, where they find like most of the items they need, and that item bogs down the entire rest of the seed. On the bright side, they can make pretty much every check now. I think for every item that... Oh no, they do need boost for 1 more check actually. Or to make 1 check at a reasonable time. And that check being Research Core Upper. And Op has his last artifact. This is a really good seed, honestly. If Phazon is anywhere reasonable. TARDIS is bigger than it looks from the outside. Yeah, yes. Rip the Temper Tantrum Rock. He is the very deads. Bonk. He just rocked his world. Alright there, Asder, I see you. / Freedom Pulse, actually. Yeah, 5 missiles, always need more of those. 5 more missiles, oh baby. Maybe we'll get to use Wave Buster on us, Exo. So we're going to see Pikapals go for the edge of Vendrana here, obviously. He needs to find them so he can find Flamethrower and use them on Exo. Yeah. His start is faster than Labs. It might be at that point when you've done Research Core already and he didn't. But also I think it's just being able to make the 2 checks on the way. Is the tracker up to date? Yeah, it's up. Yeah. Op hasn't picked up anything in a bit, and Pikapals, same deal. Yeah, Thardas being faster than Lab. I think it's still better. I don't even know if it's faster, but I still think it's better to check Thardas at that point. Because otherwise you're just going through labs and really doing nothing. But if you at least check Thardas, you're at least getting 1 check. Now, my theory on race is that the person who's most likely to win is the person who makes the most checks the fastest. It sounds obvious, I know, but like it leads to things like that where I would check Thardas because of that in that exact scenario. Sure, someone can juke you and make a weird check and find Phazon suit in a weird place, but in general, it's going to be more likely for the person who checks more things faster to win. And Op just about out of the labs, almost. Slow down. Speaking of flying Scarab Pirates, And Op has escaped the labs. And you will now get plasma and ice and feel a bit bad, probably. Oh, Pikapals fell? Jeez. Vertical rooms in this game are so punishing. You lose at least a minute whenever you fall in a vertical room. Like this.
Yep. And this room in particular, it can be a bit
Terrible bad.
to climb. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have gravity suit and you fall in the water, that's another like 30 seconds it feels like there, depending on where you fall in the water. Losing 3 minutes in ore processing. Yeah. Ore processing is also not a great. Is also not good fun. I bet you lost 3 minutes on the last jump specifically, because that jump is awful if you don't have grapple beam to get around it. Yeah, we've found, I think, most of the energy tanks at this point. And yet Off still only has 4. To be fair, he's had reasons to not pick them up. But still. Pikapals not going for the scan dash, forced chain. Was there a death? Op looks crazy far behind. No, he just went around the back way when all the progression items were up front in this part of Findrana. Yeah, he just got bamboozled by the seed, is all.
No, just an unfortunate failure to pay off for riding decision.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a visor, okay. That's good. Found our thermal. Yeah, plasma and gravity are literally in this room opposite. And ice is over. Not. Please don't forget. Okay, he's not. I was worried for him. And ice is over and shows the ice temple, oddly enough. Ice in the ice room. Not having to do the awkward routing thing here. The Pikapals is done with the edge of Findrana. And I expect we'll probably see plasma processing actually quickly, and maybe Root Cave. Maybe. Or not Root Cave, Arbor Chamber. That's a bit out of the way though, and I wouldn't do it, and I don't think Pikapals will either actually, but you know, I don't know for sure. Arbor Chamber is sneaky.
It could be a worthwhile check if it's on the way to wherever he wants to actually take a look at.
Yeah, I feel like you would want to check phase-on mines, though. If Op's routing is unusual, is it upward? I'm not going to answer that question.
You should be ashamed of that pun. Not you,
I know who you're talking to. I have no shame when puns are involved. You would love Asdru then. Pun-making machine right there. I'm having problems with jump, which is fair because this jump sucks. For some reason, I don't understand why. There are no bad puns, just varying degrees of awesome. Hard disagree on my part. Oh, also, Op is overlapping the cutscenes here. You're supposed to see them. You're supposed to see one cutscene for melting the ice and then another for opening the door. Pikapals not going to check plasma processing, actually. Just going to go straight into mines. Fair enough. Hmm. I hope he knows about the dish. So this is where having main power bombs is really nice because you don't really have to much about your bombs. And I think you literally need at least almost all 8 here to really get around comfortably without refills. That is, but
Sorry for going quiet for a moment there. My headphones stopped working.
fair enough. Is that another E tank? Vanilla E tank. All right. So there's an item in this room that Pikapals wanted to get, I'm sure, and then just missed. Oh yeah, you can jump up the side of this. You don't have to interact with the spider ball tracks in this room at all. It's great.
Yeah, because the spider ball tracks are slow.
Yep. And you can just
climbing to the very top without the spider ball tracks is a little bit harder.
yeah, but it's not too bad once you put some practice in.
Unfortunately, I had not put the practice in yet, so it's still.
It's not bad. Just you gotta get down the how far back into the right you need to go. That's the worst part about it. Also, not getting sniped by random enemies. Oh, so this elite. Oh no. Okay, he got it. Oh, just barely saved it. So those elite pirates, their AI is set up kind of a weird way. They can't actually attack you until they look at you dead on and do this fist pump thing or knuckle crack thing or whatever. Excuse me. And then they can start attacking you. But if you just run around them in a circle like that, they can't do anything. And they just die. They eat 10 missiles and die. Pikapals experimenting with self-detonation to get some missiles. Fair enough. That's 77 missiles. He's fine. This is coming up is ore processing. Pika has no power bombs. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, that's actually kind of annoying because, yeah, it kind of needs 3 of them for 3 different checks coming up. Yeah, Phase Lines loves its power bombs. Have 5 missiles instead of anything relevant.
Yep. Which is unfortunate.
Yep. At least for this first powerbomb check coming up, if Pikapals doesn't find a powerbomb, that check you can, you don't, it's supposed to be blind, but you can see through a gap in the collision and take a look that way. Oh, Pikapals, you could have just done a scan dash there off that, terminal? Oh, and he falls, dang. Okay, you got a powerbomb at least, so that's good. Op is back in Magmore. It looks like he's going around back to the same place, same way Pikapals went. Still, this routing hasn't worked out too badly, actually. He's not that far behind from Pikapals, honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
And Op could check phase on plasma processing, and could be the thing. Of course, Op wouldn't have any visors, but I'm pretty certain he's comfortable at least with visorless essence. Words are the difficult.
Yeah, Op has done visorless essence several times in the past.
Okay.
So
Yet
Yeah,
another
definitely.
E-Tank. How are we not out of
Fortunately,
E-Tanks?
there are lots of E-tanks.
That has to be the last one, right? The Pikapals would like Pikapals does want to find a X-ray or boost ball, I'm sure, in case he has to go into lower mines or past vent shaft. Because if you don't have boost ball when you go on, you need boost ball to get out of vent shaft. Um, oh, hang on. I think that's our X-ray visor, actually.
Yep.
It is. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely pretty good.
Oh yeah. So now
So that
Pikapals can
also
go.
means we now have vanilla phase on in logic.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't really need the visors for anything. For you can circumvent not having the visors in almost every case, except for Omega Pirate. You have to
Because
have
you can
X-ray
only
visor
take damage
stand.
while X-ray visor is up.
Yeah.
Which is just really odd compared to almost everything else in the game.
Yeah. It's yeah. Weird and inconsistent, but being weird and inconsistent is the most consistent thing Metroid Prime does. Also, wave pirates suck. They're like the third worst enemy in the game behind scarabs and flying pirates. Oh, Pikapals picked up a lot of power bombs from somewhere. Jeez. Phazon suit can be in anywhere except for the artifact. Oh, boost on OP. No, we have Phazon Life Growth. Oh yeah, that's why. Oh god, I would have checked Life Growth or tried to, and I would have cried when I realized. Oh hey, there's Boost Ball. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good content, I guess. Huh.
Oh, I guess
Well,
we can
okay.
also have phase on in forget so we can get some good music
Yeah.
in that area.
Yeah. I wonder if Peak Pals will once he's checked Elite Research. I wonder if he'll backtrack out to go check those areas, Frigate and Life Grove. Op is getting ready to fight his Elite Pirate. Oh, and he's gonna try. He's actually gonna try and do a skip here. You can actually jump over the trigger for the Elite Pirate, and he just misses it. Oh, we have synchronized Elite fights going on, except one of them is covered in blue goo. I believe that's its the technical term for it.
Yes, blue goo. And also eats more missiles.
Yeah, like 24, I think. 5 missiles, of course. Gotta get those missiles. Wavebuster could be used. So this room is kind of terrible. The turrets in this game do a lot of knockback, and there's 4 of them in this room. If you're not careful, you can just get knocked down by these turrets when you're trying to climb up. There's also a power beam trooper at the top. His name is Calvin, and we hate him. Power beam troopers are awful unless you have exactly super missiles, because they just eat one super missile and die. But a lot of the time, you don't have super missiles, so you're just trying to deal with Calvin while also not dying to the turrets, and it's just a huge mess.
Yep, it's really annoying to have to deal with.
Yeah. But we have
Nobody
super
likes
missiles,
Calvin,
so
though.
Calvin is gonna die pretty quickly.
So Op's about to get his boost ball.
In a little bit, he has to go around the wall. Elite research.
Oh yeah, it's in the other location. Sorry.
Or SDA, rather.
Yeah, it's the other direction.
Yeah.
The two locations look really similar inside, so I mixed them up.
Fair enough. Alright, and using X-ray to peek that. It is 5 missiles,
Just a
of
missile.
course. Yep, I mean, the only item they care about is this. They only care about 2 items: flamethrower and phazon suit.
Yeah, with flamethrower being the more important of the two.
Of course, of course. If Pikapals finds both items, he has completed his tracker.
So what Pikapals is attempting is a way of climbing up this room without having to deal with the bomb and spider ball puzzle. What you want to do is jump onto that little ledge and get a slope jump off of
Yeah, that pipe is
that light
sloped
pad
right
in
there.
front of. Well, you don't actually get the slip jump off the pipe; you get it off of that light
Oh,
thing
the light. Okay.
that you're standing right next to.
Is there a
It's a
particular
bit easier
reason?
if you actually stay facing it, because then you're able to see when you're hitting the slope, and then you just hold straight back, and you should make it up almost every time.
Okay, and Pikapals is going for life growth, it looks like. Is there a particular reason why Calvin is called such? I don't know. He's just always been called that, I think.
Because
I
we
don't know.
name all the bad pirates in the
I mean,
game,
yeah, but why Calvin in
and the
particular?
one good one. Uh,
Hey,
yeah,
they're
people
high-fiving each
seem to
other.
just choose it based on whatever uh, whoever decided to name it decided to actually name it
Fair enough.
as.
I'm going to take a seat. Yeah, take your safety save. You have energy. Exactly.
Yep.
That is not where you want to be in this area. I can confirm. It'd be pretty unfortunate if Phazon suit was in Life Grove or Frigate, since you needed at least with Frigate that's a lot more easily accessible in the seat somehow. Op getting his X-ray. But with Life Grove and where Boost Ball was, that was just kind of not good. And Peak Pals doing the elite god gamer move and doing bar skip.
Yep. That's really impressive feat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Phazon suit is in lower mines, that could put off in a position where he's ahead again.
Yeah. There's nothing here and
But no.
Oh. Okay.
So now this.
This is Peak Pals race to lose now.
Yep.
And you can just go right through here through Chozo to get back to the other side. And yeah. I mean, as much as we wanted to check for him to check for flamethrower, he's not. Oh, we can give him crap for it in the interview.
Yeah. So who knows? He might find it on his way to.
If it's an exactly overgrown cavern, I'm gonna have a fit.
Yeah. Or he might just pick up whatever's in vanilla ice. Doesn't look like it though.
No anti-chamber checks. He's done here. And great chi chamber, really. Wow. So yeah, lower mines wasn't required, and the only thing else in mines was even really boost ball. So if you haven't
no, yeah, boost ball was not required because we were able to find ice beam without needing boost ball.
Yeah. This is a pretty good seed overall. Just barring some unfortunate rounds.
Should definitely be sub 2 as long as.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be sub 2 unless
have
Peak Pals dies in essence and doesn't save after Ridley.
Or gets just terrible RNG with Ridley and Phase 4. or
Right, but I don't think it would be that bad. It's not like another G bad or time bad. Wasn't boost technically required to get the furnace artifact? Yeah, but meh.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
We all like boost, but oh yeah, there was an artifact in the furnace. Like we all love boost because it lets you go fast, but actually using it for the intended checks, that's bad content. And we have our ship save. Here we go, into the final gauntlet.
A 135 flat almost ship save.
Nice.
Not going for ship dash.
Yeah, ship dash is actually...
Like, it is it's not really a hard dash, but it's one with some pretty particular timing on the second jump.
Yeah, it's finicky, and I've never gotten ship dash.
It feels very different compared to almost every other dash in the game.
Yeah.
The only other dashes which are similar to it, in my opinion, are magma pool and getting across, getting to quarantine monitor without grapple beam.
Or spider. Alright, here we go. Big old space dragon. Arr. I met her rudely.
You get to quarantine monitor with just spider, can you?
Just spider? Oh, quarantine monitor, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, that is correct. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm tired. I'm running on 5 hours of sleep. So Pikapals didn't get flyby skip, and flyby skip being there are two ways you can get it. You can boost into him while he's flying around here, or you can get a frame perfect shot on Ridley as he begins, and he'll immediately land here. If you get the get Ridley to instantly land and get the frame perfect version, you can just do what Pikapals did, boost into him, and find out that Ridley is not immune to boost ball for some reason. Ooh, he gets a snipe. Nice.
Yep. But he did it just a little bit too late, so he got it.
Vulnerability glitch? Jeez.
Yeah, Ridley is the only boss in the game that is vulnerable to boost ball, and this is important because boost ball does 50,000 damage per frame.
Yeah, if his HP wasn't capped, he would die instantly. Wow, Ridley's being pretty kind, except for the invulnerability. Oh, he accidentally switched beams. Oh, but it's fine. He roared. Gee, that was a really kind Ridley.
It was.
See you, Ridley. We will never see you again in any other Metroid game, especially not 3. Twice. What would have happened if we didn't find boost? We would have to sit through phase 2. And I know this is October, but that's too spooky for me.
Yep.
We would have had to fight Ridley the intended way, and that's cool.
Yeah, it's slow, not very interesting to watch.
Yeah. Bosses in this game, honestly. Alright, Impact Crater. Taking the safety save, good. Something. Phase on core, right. So I think Pikapals knows the slope jump to skip half the room, but we'll see how hard he gets bullied by the Fission Metroids, which are also one of the worst enemies in this game.
Yeah,
not dangerous, just
slope
rude.
jump on like your first couple tries.
They're gonna come over and you're gonna have to power bomb
start bothering you.
Yeah. Oh, and
if you get a first try, you shouldn't have to worry about them unless you get very unlucky. But it didn't charge him; it just bumped into him, so it could have.
Yeah. But Pikapals did bump into it in midair, and that's really scary. Pikapals saved it though. All right, Exo.
Luckily, he did have his space jump left, or else that probably
that would have been
falling down to the bottom.
Ooh, that was weird. Anyways, Exo. It is for subchambers, and it's only weak to one beam at any given time. In subchamber 1, it is weak to wave and power beam in any order. Subchamber 2, ice is added to that. Subchamber 3, plasma is added to that, and that's all in any order. And then in subchamber 4, you just have pure anarchy.
Yeah. Subchamber 4, Exo can switch what beam it's vulnerable to at any time. It can charge you randomly, in which, in that state, there's only a couple small windows where you can actually do any sort of damage. And
yeah, and I think you're taking.
You can also go into what's called turbo mode.
Yeah, it just starts moving really fast. All the attacks come out really fast.
Movement goes really fast.
It's really dumb and unfortunate. Pikapals using Ice Spreader here to skip this phase. Hopefully they'll get to skip Wave Beam, because Wave Beam is the slowest beam in terms of DPS right now. Power Beam could be, yep, he gets a snipe. And Op is going deeper into mines, unfortunately. So yeah.
There's Power Beam, so he's going to be able to drop another Super Missile.
Yeah. If it weren't for Super Missiles, Power Beam would be the slowest. But instead, it's Wave Beam.
Well, if you execute it right, Wave Beam is always the worst one.
Fair enough.
But you need to know how to manipulate Essence's AI enough to be able to consistently actually do damage to Exo with every charge shot.
Okay.
What you're able to do is if you stand close enough to Exo, he'll always do the melee attack, provided you don't take damage or get a little bit too far away. And there's a pretty consistent method of just being able to jump over it and hit a fully charged beam shot right at the end of the animation.
Right. Maybe I'll find Flamethrower and validate his run. He does have everything he needs to go fight Mega Pirate.
Yeah, and that's probably what he's thinking he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Or maybe just thinking it's more likely he'll find
what
something.
he knows. Op getting a decent bit of damage from the firing squad.
Yep.
And Pikapals was not able to get the ice spreader hit there.
Shame. Alright, on to Subchamber 4, where we will have pure anarchy.
Or he could get really lucky and get several ice phases in a row and just drop a couple of ice spreaders into him.
Yeah, that would be nice. Instead, have Wave Beam.
So the beams that you want the most, if you don't have, and this is that turbo mode we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
But the beams you want the most, if you don't have any beam combos, are Plasma Beam, then Ice Beam, then Power Beam, then Wave Beam last.
Yep.
Technically, Ice Beam does more flat damage, but it's a lot slower and easier to miss. And the burn on Plasma Beam brings it up to a higher DPS.
Right.
But Pikapals is just about done with Exo now. Just one phase left.
Yep.
One face left. And if he just gets a charge shot off here, he should be done.
Yep.
And
Rip the giant enemy crab onto the giant enemy squid.
Yep. So when you have all three visors like this, the easiest consistently fast way to do Essence is by doing 2 pulls where you do what's called an attack cancel, which is where you just fire a single shot at Essence in a rhythm that cancels Exo's attack animations, and makes it so it lays down another phase-on pool quicker.
Yep.
But if you don't have all, and then on the last, and then on a third pool, you would do what's called a pool cancel, which is where you walk in and out of the pool as you're firing, and that allows you to do lots of damage quickly without using up the pool at all, other than the normal depletion over time.
Right.
We're seeing Pikapals actually do that instead of going for attack cancels.
Oh,
and he unfortunately got a pool skip. That happens if you're too close to the exoskeleton shell, when Essence would normally lay a pool. And when that happens, you just need to wait it out until the next pool is laid and continue the fight normally from there.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear. Oh no. Essence is
a little bit of trouble getting attacks off on Essence, but he's caught Essence now.
Yep.
Still going for some pool cancels. Not having the best luck of it because the pool landed in an area that's kind of awkward as far as
if you're on uneven terrain, it can be really awkward staying.
Yeah, there can just be sections of the pool where you're standing in it, but you aren't getting access to the hyper game.
Right. Does he get the 3.5 pool here? But he pulls in the pool skip, I guess.
Yeah. Needs to get a couple more pool cancels and you just drain it.
Yep.
But he's still going for more.
I think it was a bit slow, but yeah, this is done.
But
Pals has finished.
He was able to get enough attack cancels in the meantime that he can just pour the shots in at the very end like that.
Yeah.
And just like that, he has finished.
Yep. 147.35.
And we'll be getting him in for an interview in just a moment.
Yep. Hopefully the bot will have cooperated. Hey, there he is. How's that?
Hey, welcome,
Pikapals.
Hey, thanks. That was kind of an interesting seed.
Yeah, how did you feel about going to Vanilla Wave, then going back out to Ice Rings West to find Plasma, going through all of Labs, and then going back to Chosen Light Temple to find Ice?
Yeah, when I made it to, like, halfway through Labs, I was trying to figure out what I did wrong, because I clearly wasn't supposed to be there. And then I finally realized, oh, right, after I got Plasma, I probably should have just gone back and checked that.
Right. What happened to you is exactly the reason why if I arrive in Fendrana I don't have Plasma, I go check Ice Ruins West first, just in case Plasma's there. Like, I'll even go to Canyon to make sure Plasma isn't there, because that can happen.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Plasma or Canyon might be too far out of the way if you want to check Wave anyway, but going to Ice Ruins West is probably not a bad idea.
Oh yeah, so that phase-on suit was in a pretty good spot. Going through Upper Mines to find Boost Ball and a Storage Depot A. And then I I was wondering if you would make that decision to split off and fight, or not fight, but go through Life Grove, because it would be backtracking a little bit again. But it really paid up because you found Phazon suit instantly.
Yeah, it was really lucky. I was trying to figure out if I should just go do lower mines after finding X-ray, and then again after finding Boost Ball, I was considering it. But I
Right.
decided that Life Grove is like 4 checks right in a row, and I wanted to get those out of the way first.
Yeah, and I think that is the play I would have done too.
Yeah, because I think after that, it was going to be reverse frigate into the late Chozo stuff back down into mines.
Yeah, that's honestly what I would do here as well. Op elected to go straight into the depths of mine without going. When he found his boost ball, he just killed a Mega Pirate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I think it's
also
a reasonable
understandable,
decision from off based on what items he had.
Yep.
though. For sure.
And he is forfeited from the race.
Yeah, can't blame him. It would take a while for him to finish that seat up.
Yeah, we don't. He doesn't really know where Phazon is. So yeah, no, fair enough. Who knows? He would find it pretty instantly, as if he left the front door.
I imagine that the Phazon suit would have ended up being like his next check or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Hey, what's up?
They did.
Hey. GG.
GG.
Yeah, GG. He did a pretty good job. Even with the emulator slowdown.
Thanks. So I guess I should have went straight to frigate, right?
Life Grove, actually. It was in a great tree chamber.
Yo.
Oh no, you thought about it too, didn't you?
Yeah, I would have went over there if I hadn't got debated last time I tried that. So I didn't trust it.
Yeah. And you just didn't get lucky with your choice to go through Phendrana backwards.
Yeah, I was regretting that as soon as I got around to front Phendrana.
Line gravity and plasma and ice in short order, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was just
Yeah, it was pretty loaded.
This was a very good seed if you knew a lot of the boost ball skips, because like obviously if you know how to skip through furnace and all of that.
Yeah, I knew the furnace skip. I knew like pretty much the only ones that I haven't practiced yet are bar skip and
Right.
yeah, I think that's the only one I could think of right now.
Yeah, and bar skip is super finicky, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Do you guys have any final comments?
Nah, I got nothing.
I was getting a little worried after that, where the bombs were. Cause,
Oh yeah, that was a really good early game, except for where bombs were.
yeah, I almost went over there without grapple and then realized, oh yeah, I need grapple. I was not feeling like risking that path
I don't
over
blame
there
you.
without anything.
I don't blame you. That magma pool is fatal, basically, if you don't have gravity suit to get out.
Pretty much.
Oh, I think that's our time. Thank you all for coming out, and GG's to Op and Pikapals. Follow them, and
thanks
if
to
you haven't already,
Force Zero for tracking.
Yeah, thanks
yes,
for
go
coming.
follow him too, and also go follow Mighty C.
And Dougal for coming in to commentate last minute after I made my mistake of when the race was happening.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for commentating.
Of course. Our next race will be on Saturday at noon Eastern daytime time. Daylight time.
And it's not one that you want to miss.
Yes, it is Bash Prime versus the Weakest Link. It will be very exciting. Two of the best runners in the community.
Yep. They are easily two of the ones who are favored to win the entire tournament.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, we'll see you then.
See ya.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone.